Haha.
All right, we are recording 40 minutes, episode 1.
Nice.
So we're doing a live quarantine concert. Now we're doing it's recorded live, pre-recorded podcast with your favorite South Philadelphia band, the 1940s.
Hello, fellow 40s. Long time no hangout.
So I think we should get right into it. If you're watching this, you probably know that we play music together. But what you don't know is, now that we're quarantined, what are we all doing to keep ourselves sane? Usually we rehearse and stuff a couple times a week. John started a very small helmet collection in his spare time.
I thought I saw a football helmet.
Not only are the helmets small, but the actual number of helmets I have is small.
How many do you have?
1.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what have you been doing to keep yourself sane?
Well, I have read 1.5 books, and I'm also watching a ton of Superman cartoons.
Ooh.
So yes, I am a 30-year-old man in a 12-year-old body.
Oh, okay. What are the books about?
So hold on, you have it. So you have a 12-year-old's body?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. I have no hair anywhere.
That's a vegan lifestyle. That's what happens.
So what happens when you're a vegan?
You just have to balance it because you might keep going back in age. You don't want to end up like a
Yeah, I gotta say, Nick, I appreciate your veganism because you're not a typical vegan.
Why is that? Because I'm hairy.
You're not like, because you're hairy.
I look like I eat meat, don't I?
You don't throw it in our face. Yeah, you look like you eat meat. You look healthy.
The typical zombie-like
sunken face
vegan.
It's the only two. The 3 healthiest vegans are you, Chris Martin, and Paul McCartney.
Is Paul McCartney a vegan
musicians.
or just a vegetarian?
I don't know. He's a Beatle.
John, this is important. You know how many people are going to
Does
watch
he eat
this?
Beatles?
Spreading misinformation on the first podcast.
Yeah, he does not eat Beatles or Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, I don't think anybody should eat Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Is Kentucky Fried Chicken
Beatles, on the other hand?
Yeah, I didn't say no to that.
Chicken, is it made is the best Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky?
I would assume.
Nah, there's probably like 1 or 2 places in Kentucky that have better chicken, but they have to have better fried chicken.
It's probably just where the recipe originated from.
I mean, I bet your original Kentucky Fried Chicken is better than what they ended up with. It's like McDonald's fries. They changed them. They changed the oil because they, I don't know why they did, but they know what they were doing. So, Nick, what books have you read? What genre of book?
Right now, I am currently on the second Harry Potter book.
Ooh.
Ah, they're so good.
I'm enjoying them. I like reading the book and then watching the movie right after.
Oh, okay.
This isn't your first time reading them, is it?
It is, actually. I just finished the first one like a month ago.
My aunt loaned me them like 4 years ago, and it was a very good choice to read them all. John read them all because he's a nerd.
I'm still reading the Game of Thrones, boys.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I don't know what I did.
They're like oh, nice, John. Now you're fun.
I don't know what's happening.
Are we all gonna flip around?
Yes.
Let me put my thing on.
Good transition, flipping around. I've taught myself 7 gymnastics routines since quarantine has started.
Oh my God, you're devoted.
The Olympics are just a few months away.
Well, Nick, I think you're occupying your time pretty well. I think Harry Potter is a good choice. It's some good stories. Me and JK go way back, actually.
Yes, JK.
Yeah.
So, Matthew, besides gymnastics, what do you find yourself doing these days?
About 90% of my time, I'm confused. Just walk around. No, I've been reading a lot too. I'm reading the Frank Sinatra autobiography, and
Oh,
that's
fun.
fun fact about Frank Sinatra. He's an absolutely terrible person.
Yeah, I heard that.
Terrible, terrible
Shut it
person.
back.
I read a story in the book. I obviously don't know if it's true. It's just unofficial biography where he got
Yeah.
into a fight with a girl at a party, and when he would drink, he had a really really bad temper when he drank. I guess John's leaving us. He had a really really bad temper when he drank.
He went to
And
buy more helmets.
yeah, to go get the rest of his collection. He smashed this girl's head in through a glass coffee
Jeez.
table.
Gosh.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
I'm more like him than I thought.
Oh, you are.
Great.
So I'm doing that, and
Yeah,
I've been playing.
I smashed a girl's head through a marble coffee table.
Oh, marble
Yeah.
that had thick
Right
skull
through it.
to smash through it.
No, it ended up just my hand going through it because her skull was crushed.
Oh, wow.
Because that's how strong and angry I get when I drink.
He's very
That's
similar
why
to
I'm
Frank
only drinking
Sinatra.
coffee now.
He also, I'm learning right now, he neglected his son, Frank Jr. He would buy his daughter like a car or something, and he would like ignore his son for no apparent reason.
Speaking of Frank Jr., are we watching Ozark, everyone?
Haven't seen it.
Not yet.
Very good.
Ugh.
It's very
Is
good.
it like Breaking Bad?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But Jason Bateman's not. He's no Walter White.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's his own animal.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
Righteous.
yeah, he's pretty cool.
I need a haircut.
That I need a haircut too. It looks like Josh might be the only one that. Josh, did you get a haircut recently?
Yeah.
I
How's
did
that?
like a couple days ago.
How did you
Who
find a
gave it to
barber
you?
shop? Who did it for you?
Jim's mom's boyfriend is a former barber.
Oh.
Haircuts from home.
I used to be a barber. I was Tiki and Rondé's third brother, and then they.
George. That's when you used to go by
Word.
George, right?
Yeah,
George Barber.
dude, my middle name was that. It was weird.
Well, that's lucky.
So John, there's something me and my brother have both been doing to keep us sane. Josh, I don't know if you have the game or you have played it or not. We got Jedi. What is it? Star Wars: The Fallen Jedi Order or whatever. The Fallen Order.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
that's what everyone says.
Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. So John, what have you been doing to stay sane other than music? We live together. I know what you've been doing, but inform the public.
Well, I taught myself some gymnastic moves, and I've been reading the Harry Potter books.
There's just some stunning coincidences there.
I actually.
It's your own hobby.
So most people are drinking a lot more now, and I think I'm drinking just the same amount as it was before, but it hurts more because like when I would wake up hungover, it's like I need to order food, and now I'm afraid to order food.
Contamination.
Yeah, well, I don't want to breathe near nobody.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling.
John was
that.
pretty much quarantined before the quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started right before it. I got for people that don't know, all of our curious fans. I got my wisdom teeth removed. Like the Friday, the week before Philly was on quarantine.
Mm.
So I got an operation right at the right time. I have that sense for pandemics.
Does that mean
And
you're
have you healed?
I'm pretty much healed now. I can use my face to its full capacities. I've been headbutting John every time he pisses me off.
What else is a face
Usually
for?
sleeping.
What'd you say, John?
So I'm usually sleeping when I get headbutted.
Yeah, well, I'll usually just think of something like, oh, I can't believe what he did. I can't believe, or I'll make up something in my head. I'll just give myself
Hey.
a reason to be mad at him, and I'll headbutt
That
him.
works.
How much time are we in so far?
We're at like around 15 minutes.
All right, so I think we should get to the main first topic at hand, or I guess second, because the first one was what are we doing during this quarantine. But
Second topic.
we have a new record coming out.
Do we?
Hell yeah.
John, you're the one who put out that video, right? I don't. No, we don't.
This is a nice
I'm
thought.
just kidding. April Fools. I didn't see you guys April 1st. That was my April Fool's joke.
Yeah, you got us.
I'm a trickster. Yeah.
Can't
I've
spell
been
Matthew
working-
without you.
I've been working on my jokes during the quarantine.
You can't spell Macara without
Yeah, we do have a new record coming out. That's
it's
it.
called Nightbirds. Comes out May 8th.
It's kind of the color of me and Nick's shirt.
Yeah, we worked kind of hard on it.
We're all night birds.
Only kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been going to sleep around 3:30.
I was real.
Quarantine.
My sleep schedule was real messed up. And then
I'm definitely the
Once it gets back on
last
track.
one. I'm definitely the last one calling in the middle of the night. So at least in this
true.
neighborhood. So I'm pretty much a night bird.
So just to give a little information on Nightbirds, it is coming out May 8th, which is a Friday. So stay tuned. Originally, we had a release party planned for it that unfortunately is not going to happen because of this coronavirus awfulness.
That's a
So
picture of what Josh
shout
would have
out-
looked like.
shout out to, I don't know if anyone's going to see it actually, but if they do, Josh looks great in this picture because he turned his video off for a second.
He looks like his name is Chunk
Ah.
Keevan.
Josh just surprised me. He came over to my house and surprised me.
Hey,
So
you're all
shout out to
infected now.
we were gonna have a show at the Green Engine. So shout out to those guys over there for
Green Engine.
big shout out to them. Our lovely
Great
drummer,
coffee.
Mr. Servini.
Yeah, I tried, but the
Tried.
universe had other plans.
So who knows? Maybe sometime in the future.
Perhaps.
It definitely wouldn't be
Hey.
a release party, but we'll have just a regular party.
As you can tell, my energy is very high for Nightbirds. May 8th. Woo!
I'm super excited, and I think that we should talk about. We have 4 Tuesdays. We have 4 40 minutes coming out until our new EP's released. So I think we should talk song for song, once a podcast, about Summersong. I mean,
Certainly.
about it's a 4-song EP, 4 weeks until it's out. So let's start off with a song that's already out everywhere. Summersong. Nick, you start, and then Josh, and then Matthew, and then me, because we have to save the best for last.
Oh, of course. So Summersong is a song not particularly about summer, but it makes me feel summerish. And
It always felt humid.
yes, you get a little sweaty under the armpits when you listen to it.
Good point.
So, Nick, when you first heard the song, how much did you, in your head, go, wow, John's such a genius?
Like 3% of my thoughts were John is a genius.
Nick, I think you're being too generous. You should tell them what you really think.
3%'s a good amount.
The other 96 were for bodily functions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, actually, the person in the band the song's newest to is Nick. So
Yeah.
that's one of the. I think that was actually, oddly enough, one of the like later songs we rehearsed with you.
I honestly don't remember. I do know it was Marconi EP, then I think Bad
Yep.
Disco, and then after that it's a blur.
Yeah,
It was
I just remember not playing any gigs for a while. Like, we
Right.
So
went to the-
shout out to our first EP, the Marconi EP, which was the first thing we did with Nick, and we realized, oh, this is what having all 4 members being in sync is like. So thank you, Nick.
oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
Here's a fun
Yeah, go
fact
listen
for
to the
y'all.
Marconi EP.
Yeah, definitely
do
listen to the
that
Marconi EP.
after this podcast, of course.
Yeah.
Love it.
A fun fact I found, so back last August, we had a show, and we actually had,
Bless you.
God bless you, John.
Bless you. John, where'd you hold on? What part of your body did you sneeze into?
You
arm,
should
I'm not
probably
gonna-
watch that.
You cuffed it, right?
Yeah. You want to see? I got some dribbles on it.
I know there's a
Arm.
wall separating us, but
Nah, right into my arm. I did it. I dabbed.
You better go wash that right now. That part of your body.
You guys should have wore masks.
I'm
bleach and
saving
peroxide.
it for later.
What, your soap?
No, my sleeve.
Probably
you
should use that
sneezed.
now.
Here's some tape at the fall. See that?
Nick, what's your fun fact? Back in last August?
Yeah, so since I had so much time on my hands, I was going through the archives, and last August we had a show at Philadelphia's own The Pharmacy, and
Oh, yeah.
for that show we had Summersong as just a sound check song, and then
I remember
yeah.
sound checking to that.
and then 6 months later we released it as a single. So you never know what's going to hit with the market, or what's going to be the one that we want to release. So you always have to stay tuned and stay on your toes, because we love all our songs and we think they're all hits.
Yeah.
So
That's
I was
a great way
thinking.
to put it.
So, what we should call where we practice at, I think it should be called 40 Farms.
Why?
I
'Cause
like that.
we're just growing. hit
We're
after
growing. Yeah, we're growing supersonic
ideas.
music.
John, you'll be like
Josh!
the John, you're like the manure on the farm. You're the most important part. You make
Yeah,
everything grow and sprout.
Yeah.
Josh
I'm
is
the-
like the flowers that we didn't know were planted.
Josh is like the weeds that we have to pick out.
I'm
Oh,
like
no.
the field mouse you don't know is there, but I'm just part of the ecosystem.
Nick's the farmer's wife.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, you're in a good spot, man.
Yeah.
I just have
John, you
to
were
sit and look pretty.
John, you were gonna
Josh
ask
is actually the pitchfork in the picture, the mural that they have.
Josh, you're pretty scary, dude.
I'm a lot of things apparently.
Josh, give us the notes on Summersong.
Well, I'm very biased because Summersong's always been one of my favorite songs, even still, that we have to this day.
Ooh.
And it really, shout out to Nick again, it really came together with all the little like flourishes that you added, little drum fills that you did, and especially I still listen to it and I hear the piano stuff that you did, and I really, really love that stuff.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I think it's
Appreciate it.
it's just I can't even say enough. It's amazing. I'm glad we put it out as the first single.
As mine.
Yes, sir.
So there definitely was some debate on what song we were going to put out first, and I guess when we talk about the other song, or at least when Nightbirds is released, we could talk more about our thought process or whatever behind all that stuff. But it ended up being Summersong, and we just it just felt right. I don't know why, it just felt like the correct move.
It was
That's
probably
all.
the easiest to mix on the record.
But
Yeah, it came together really quick. It's just a
Yeah.
really phenomenal supersonic song, honestly, too.
Fuck yeah.
What is that?
I love all the views we're getting of John's windowsill. I don't know what's going on.
I had to lotion my hands. They're dry.
Oh,
Why,
that's a
why,
problem.
why are you hiding that from us? We want to see that.
John, give us
It's
a
hard
good
to do,
close up. What's your fingertips look like right now?
Actually, they look really good. I just trimmed my nails.
Ooh, same.
I actually just did that too. I did that yesterday. So another important thing. This is a 40
Here I
tip
come.
for everyone. Every episode
Wait, I want-
we're gonna give you a 40 tip. John, you lost when you started lotioning your hands.
So we're fast.
No, it's a 40 tip.
Oh,
Your
wait, I
screen
think
is
I-
all blurry.
It's on his camera.
You look like a god. You look like a god.
Is your camera ashy too?
Yeah.
Is your camera moist now?
We're fast. So I think Summersong was maybe the fourth or fifth song I've ever written.
Oh, really?
Really?
Sounds about right.
That
I
doesn't
think it
sound
was.
right at all.
No, I think it was across from Peking.
You mean song like when you knew how to play guitar, or you mean like lyrics you wrote?
No.
It
Like,
was like original
I'm
song.
taking this serious.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It was
that
like
might sound right.
across from Peking, which is on the Marconi EP. A song called Marino, which is not released yet. Um,
Fourth
Pirate,
of July
which
came
is on
before it.
the new record.
4th of
Yeah,
July
but
wasn't finished.
so we have a song called 4th of July that when I first wrote it, me and Matthew first wrote it, it was completely different lyrics and melody.
It's a whole different song.
It was a whole different song, but then we revisited it, and that'll be out eventually. We don't know when, but and then I think it was like Summersong and
Yeah,
Pirate
Marino and
was like
Peking were like
on this
Marino,
record
Peking,
coming out.
Pirate. They were all around the same time. Pirate was after Marino and Peking.
Yeah,
Pirate is also on Nightbirds coming at you May 5th.
Yes, it is.
What about
Sorry,
what
May
about
8th.
Minerva in Florida? I thought they came before Summersong.
I think Florida was definitely after because Florida
Florida was
Really?
after.
So
Florida was
Minerva
Wow.
Minerva was around the same time as all them, but Florida was
Hmm.
after because it took me really long to get the melody I wanted for that. Like really long. Like that was probably the longest it took me to write a song.
Well, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it started out as Pink Flowers.
And then maybe if you count it started out a song called Pink Flowers
We used to have a big picture on our wall
at our old house
in our
South
childhood home. That was called the 40 Dungeon because of
Yeah.
the basement was dungeon-esque. It was a travesty. Really hard to rehearse in too because it just sounded like shit. But you survive. But I don't even remember what I was saying.
Oh yeah, I did it.
Something about a song.
Pink Flowers.
Pink Flowers. We had a mural on our wall with a pink flower on it. So I always tell John, because John's a really good lyricist. I always tell John, sometimes it doesn't matter if your lyrics make sense. Just write about anything. You can write about that pink flower on the wall, and people are going to buy it.
And he took it to heart, and
took it
none
to
of his
heart.
lyrics make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you the original, I mean not the original, the lyrics in Florida, the first line is, "It's a farce for you to think I need pink flowers."
Hey, you kept it.
Yeah,
I don't think people think about that line enough.
Probably not.
I
I
don't
don't think
it
about
is.
it enough.
They just care about the chorus.
Yeah, I mean that's
What are the lyrics in the
most-
chorus? I
Can you
forget.
remember them?
Oh, Florida.
Oh, man. Genius.
That actually started as John trying to write a Florida anthem.
Yeah,
Oh, Florida.
I was actually signed on a 10-day by the Marlins, and they asked me to write it. So
Oh man, is that why they're such a bad baseball team? You just 10 days, you just rip them
yeah,
apart.
because they let me go.
Oh, that's what we're going with. Okay.
Here's a candle.
Oh, that's lit. Badoom. John, I'm usurping what you said before. What do you think about Summersong?
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm
No, I
sick of
think
it now.
I think it's when I wrote it, I was just starting to really get into Fleetwood Mac.
John, can you stick your feet in the air?
And
Don't wear white socks, everybody. Wear black socks. No one will know that they're white.
it started out as a ode to Gypsy and Dreams, and then when I really started writing it, I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I was just in a place of basically telling somebody to go fuck themselves, but it came out really pretty. So
Yeah.
I don't think people will get that emotion from it, but it was a very cocky song when I first wrote it.
Yeah, I should say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
the whole
the-
thing is
the-
the whole thing is I should say I'm sorry, not I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
yeah, but there's no way I'm going to.
Yeah, you
But you
should.
sing it so beautifully, like it's okay that you're not going to say sorry.
Yeah, well, that's how I keep relationships going.
Long
They
after
just,
they die.
they just go, oh, well, I mean, listen to him. He's fine. He's not.
He
He's
said
not a bad
he
person.
should say he's sorry. He knows it. He's self-aware. That's enough.
Mm.
That's enough for me.
Matthew, what do you think about Summersong? Oh, I think that lead guitar line is so great.
It really is.
You know what the thing is about
ju-
Summersong? Most of the work that happened on Summersong, well, like when we got our own production computer and started piecing it together, more creative things kind of happened. Like at least with the mix and layering guitars and stuff. But like that song really hasn't changed in like 6 years. Like so,
Mm-mm.
it's I for me it was more of an exercise of how do I stay interested in a song that in my head has been finished for like 5 years.
Mhm.
So Nick did bring a lot to the table, like piano lines, approaches, fills, um, just like the little things that make the song more interesting and bring it together. So that definitely kept it fresh. But I think I was coming from the same place as John. I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I like Gypsy and Dreams and Fleetwood Mac, and then the lead parts kind of came from that a little bit. I don't really know where the lead parts came from. I think I was just messing around. I think you showed me the song, and I was like, "This is what the lead part should be."
Yeah. Well, that's how
Totally nailed it.
Minerva was too.
Thank you. What'd you say, John?
That's how Minerva was too. I played you the song on the acoustic guitar, and you said, "Oh, this is what the lead should be," and then you played it, and that was the lead forever.
Sometimes you get lucky and that happens.
Yeah. Or you just
That's what happened with Florida too, because I had the regular guitar part first. I wrote it when I was using the loo, and
How old were you? 15?
probably no, I was probably 16 or 17 because I was
River was written
in love.
by-
I was probably 16 because I was in love with the Strokes. Oh, I just got a gift from Zoom. A gift from Zoom. Running out of time? We removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting.
Wow. Well, how much
Oh,
is that now?
I love it. We're at 32:24.
Well, let's do 40. It's 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna do 40 minutes. That's it. Now we're gonna sit in silence for another 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Nick,
Let's
I
just
think
stare
you're
at each other.
Nick's more and more like turning into a villain. Like his screen is just getting darker and darker.
I'm trying not to move, but like there's no lights in my apartment right now. So you're just gonna have to see my nose.
That's okay.
What happened to
It's a
the
very
lights?
nice one.
I think it was just the sunset.
Yeah, the sun's setting, that's why it's getting darker, and I'm not reaching for a light. This is what you get for this episode.
See,
Very,
John, in the
very,
outside
very-
world, there's this thing called the sun.
Thank you, dear. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now
There he is.
so the angel in Nick's life just fixed it for him. Nick, when you're in
That's
the
good.
darkness,
Ah.
Nick, you have someone that always pulls you out.
Unfortunately,
That's
even
all.
when I don't want it. But thank you, dear.
Matthew, when this is over, I'm playing Star Wars. Bup.
John, I don't care what you do with your life.
Oh no, we're gonna record some vocals.
Ooh,
Hey, that's a
John,
good
the
choice.
people aren't supposed to know that.
surprise.
Anyone who gets in this deep, John, they're not supposed to know it. 'Cause
I
they're
got
actually gonna
coffee
care.
mouth, so I don't know how it's gonna sound, but
Well, your head's probably gonna end up through the ceiling. You know, there's a term the other day that I think it, yeah, we heard it on
Ooh.
Ozark. Vibrating is a great term.
yeah, that dude's vibrating. It's like he's about to go off. Like he's
Yeah,
just.
he's amped.
Oh.
What were you
Love
saying,
it.
John? You had a ooh moment.
We should say where the name Nightbirds came from.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay.
We should not at all. I was birding one day at night. I found a bird asleep.
We're all big fans of owls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Those-
it's funny. My
Who?
head is-
Who toot?
My head is basically out the window, and people hear me talking and laughing, and people are probably like, "What the fuck is that dude doing?"
I
He's
really
just
hope
losing
that's what they
He's
think.
just staring out a window, losing his mind. He's
I hope
talking
that
to
And
no
they're like, oh, it's John. That makes sense.
the neighbors across the street. Like,
A
what?
neighborhood lunatic.
There's this one dude that just screams playing video games, and it's crazy. He can't help himself.
All
Ah!
day.
All day.
Yeah, all day. At any, you'll hear groans and grunting.
Smoke. The throat's all like, ah!
Maybe
How do you-
he's a very famous actor getting into his role.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I
It's
was
a
gonna say, how do
monster.
you even know what he's doing?
It's Brad Armpit.
Maybe he thinks he's in a video game.
He probably is. He's probably doing some VR stuff, and it's just too realistic for him and can't handle it. John, what did you say you want to tell people how the name Nightbirds came about?
How much time do we have left?
John, don't worry about it anymore.
No, I want-
Honestly, so we're at 35 minutes, but we started recording like 2 minutes into the meeting, so we probably have like 4 minutes left. 5 minutes. No. We probably have like 6 minutes left.
So let's just talk about how great. Oh, real fast. So I've seen a thing. Me and Matthew, I think, talked about it before.
You can't see us off camera, but everyone just went.
What's a better song, With or Without You, or Every Breath You Take?
I think you're
Oh,
equal.
wow.
I think you're tied still to me.
I think it's With or Without You.
I'll tell you why I think they're tied. In my own thought process, because me and John already had this conversation. The reason I think they're tied is now, like, personally, I lean a little bit more towards With or Without You because U2's like one of my favorite bands. But if I try and take away if I try and be as unbiased as I can, I think they're equal because I think they mean as much to an equal amount of people. And also musically, I think they're both really, really good.
I just don't. The edge in that song is so incredible, and it changed like music forever. Like with the endless delay on his guitar, the guitar that sounds like a fucking synthesizer, or like just an eerie like fucking line of music that just goes through the whole song, and then like the really simple solo at the end.
Josh, Nick, what are your thoughts?
Bono's vocals
Well-
are way better than Sting's, by the way.
Are you Josh or Nick?
I'm Jick.
Oh, when you first presented the question, I automatically thought the Police, just because if I had the option of listening to either of those two songs, I would probably just want to listen to the Police. But with John's explanation, I can't get enough of that guitar work in pretty much any song of theirs. So, but I'm still going to go with the Police. So sorry, John.
So same way of thinking as Nick, except opposite because I'm biased. So I went U2 all the way.
You know, I like the Police.
That's why my wife beat her voice.
You know, I like the Police.
Good
but-
question.
But I gotta say, there's just a little too much. There's a lot of action on their records.
That song's
Hmm.
creepy, by the way. I love that song, but it's creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
You know,
Really, when you
Well-
think about it, is Sting?
I love the
Sting's
end.
a kind of a creepy guy.
Yeah, it's very Sting. Those lyrics are very Sting.
Come to my chateau-looking house in like wherever it is that looks like a vineyard, and listen to me play guitar in my backyard and pay me a bunch of money. They got some Sting shit right there. And
That's also like some
he looks
shit
like
that
he has sawdust on all of his clothes too.
I really hope that one day our careers get us to a point where I can also charge people to do that in my vineyard.
I thought you were gonna say where I could go to Sting's vineyard.
No, I want Sting to come to my vineyard. I'll
He's
teach
not
him-
coming to your vineyard unless it's a bee sting.
Hey. This guy.
No, I don't know. I think I lean slightly with or without you, but I think I'm kind of even on both of them.
I think, dude, just it's Bono's one of his most emotional vocals. It's
It's
the
better
edge.
lyrically.
It's better lyrically. The Edge's brilliance just shines through the whole thing with less is more guitar.
You know what? You know what song? You know what
The
part of With or
drums are
Without You?
excellently produced, and like the snare hits are excellent.
You know what part of With or Without You that I've been thinking about that I was actually going to talk to Josh and Nick about, unrelated to this conversation. The tambourine in With or Without You has like a really long, like clear reverb on it, and I've been wanting to try and put that in one of our songs, and I don't know how to like do it, but I think we need to figure it out. I think it would work really well in like a couple of songs we have.
Oh yeah, definitely do it. Figure it out.
But see, everyone, that's where ideas come from. You just copy stuff that sounds good.
You just steal things from U2.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. I just hope that tax evasion isn't one of them.
Well, if you live
Somebody
in
had to go
Ireland,
there.
that's not a problem, I guess, right?
What, tax evasion?
Yeah, you just do it.
They only worry about potatoes in Ireland.
Exactly. Hey,
And
before
Guinness
anyone
beer.
gets upset, we're Irish.
Well,
We're not
oh
just
yeah,
Irish.
that's true. People don't realize it.
fucking
Me and John are part Irish.
Because we got the chains.
Mm-hmm. I
They
actually
don't
have a
keep it
cabbage underneath my pillow over here. Oh man.
I'm pretty lucky. Do you know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah, to be in a band with, to be carried by us three.
Wait, my favorite quote of Matthew's ever is, I said, we're kind of like One Direction. And Matthew said, without me, there's no direction.
That was a long time ago.
So long ago.
That's a
back
quote
when-
for Rolling Stone magazine.
That's back when they were together.
Yeah. Before, what's his
I
guy's
feel like-
name? Horn?
Horn?
Who?
Niall
Horn?
Horan?
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck you. His name's Neil Horn.
I love how they all five of them have solo careers, and they're all based around them being like very emotional.
Harry Styles is pretty good.
Yeah, no. I think I agree with you. I think he's got.
I don't like Neil Horn though.
He's almost like Neil Young, except Neil Horn,
Yeah, he's fucking.
not Niall Horan.
He's one
Neil
little
Horn.
shot of a competent artist.
What's that?
Are we talking about musicians?
We're talking about. Well, I don't know if you could really call people in One Direction musicians.
Harry is my guy.
Yeah, Harry Styles is pretty cool.
How much time we got left?
Oh.
I think we might be reaching the end of our time here.
All right. See you next Tuesday. Love you.
All right,
This was 40 minutes. Thank you for tuning in.
40 minutes.
Thank you.
Nightbirds comes out May 8th. Stay safe. Love each other the way we love each other.
Wash your hands, everyone.
Wash your hands and your butt. Bye-bye.
Next week we talk about Am I Right? Or
Yeah,
something
stay
else.
tuned
Talk
for more
about,
Nightbirds talk next week.
The second single, Am I Right?
The opening track of Nightbirds. All right, everyone, stay safe, wash your hands, and love each other.
So,
Dope. Listen to the
So
police.
long. Listen
Bye.
to the police.
listen to you.